Hey guys, this is Breach, and welcome back to a Let's Play that we never quite finished. We started it back in the day, but we never quite got there, and that would be Dragon Warrior 1. Now, back in the day, a couple of years ago, I started this up on the NES version, and now we're going for the Game Boy Color. It's just a little less grindy. For the name, I always go with Loto. It's the Japanese version of Erdrick. You have 4 characters for your name anyway, and your stats are all based on your name in the first game. So, you're going to get decent strength stats throughout on this version. Now, exclusive to the Game Boy Color version, we have this opening little cutscene, which is, pretty nice. I like it, I dig it. You get to see, the minions of the Dragon Lord coming in, kidnapping the princess, and then you start up with, where you would be otherwise. Monsters lay siege to the land. Draco Lord, not Dragon Lord anymore, Draco Lord, because, that makes a big difference. Anyway, he's trying to drive out all the people, and it's our job to stop him. So, woo! Yeah. This is one of the earliest real console RPGs. It was one of the first, if not the first, in North America to have a battery in the cartridge suite that save. In Japan, they still had passwords for all the saving and everything. So, it's very limited in its scope. It's still a fun and amazing game, and if, you're a JRPG fan, you should totally give it a try. But it's very limited in what you gotta do. Slime. Very classic character for this franchise. I'll go over a lot of the other enemies. I'm not going to be cutting out random battles for this because, as I was saying, a lot of the game is, combat. They build out a lot of the time with, really long level grinds. Now here, I'm showing off what we're wanting to end up buying. We're going to want a club and both of the leather pieces of armor there. We're getting the club first so that we can kill things faster than they can kill us. Doesn't make sense to drag out the fights any longer. But one of the things about this game, like if you're a fan of kind of grindiness in games, then this is a pretty good series for you because, well, that's one of the ways they get their length. Now, the way that I judge whether or not I'm ready for the next area is if I've bought all of the items from the previous area. As you saw in the shop there, I had the club, the 2 pieces of leather armor, and also the copper sword was 180. That's going to be one of our next upgrades, is the copper sword. Before this video's through, we're going to buy armor and I'll grind for most of it off screen, because, right now I just want to show you where you can grind most efficiently. And that's going to be this row of mountains down here. Not the very bottom row, but the row above that of hills. The way that random battles work is each tile has a set percentage to get into a battle, and the hills and the deserts are your highest. So you can do it most efficiently running into slimes, red slimes, and drackies. If you're playing on the iOS version, they're called she slimes for the red slimes. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. This episode, I'm not going to be doing a whole lot besides going through an overview of what we're going to do for the rest of the series. Not going to cut out the random battles because honestly, as little as there is actual quest-wise in this game, and I'm cutting out all the grinding, doing that off-screen, most of the battles are going to be against new enemies. You will see a lot of repeat stuff, but I think it does a disservice to the game and the spirit of the game to cut them out, because it was very, very exploration and combat focused, so I can show off the combat and the exploration this way. So we got all 3 of our main monsters down here that we fought already, and you'll see me a couple times accidentally press the wrong button while I'm trying to show stuff off. 92 gold, so we have enough gold to get one of our upgrades up there. Now, the slimes, they're going to be 1 experience, 2 gold, red slimes, 2 experience, 4 gold, draggies, 3 experience, 6 gold, and yeah, for a lot of the enemies, it does follow that pattern. Once we get into some of the stronger stuff, it'll break away from that. This will be some of the most grinding you see me do on camera, and it's only going to last for another couple more minutes. But essentially, before I go back up there, I want to get up to level 3. We're really close, so at level 3 you learn the heal spell and start getting MP, which, you know, is how you're going to be able to do this perpetually without spending any money on healing yourself up. So, as long as you end up with the heal spell and 3 MP at level 3, you'll be good to go. Now, you might be thinking, oh, don't you have to go to the inn over in the town? Not really so much. Trick in this game, if you go into the castle, go to the right as soon as you get in, and there's a little hidden alcove here. It's not closed off in the NES version or the iOS version, but the dude inside there will completely heal or completely refill your MP, and he'll do that infinitely. So you get him to refill your MP, heal yourself up with your magic, and then go get him to refill your MP, and you're good to go and get back out there. Which is pretty nifty whenever it's really early on here. Every bit of gold matters. I mean, the inn over in Breckenary or Tanticle or whatever they want to call it in whichever version you're playing is only 3 gold. And then I checked inside the bases, and you can actually find stuff in here in this version. Originally you couldn't do that, so, but they added that in. And we're going to wrap up the episode here by buying 1 piece of gear. You'll notice we have 108 gold, and, you know, between the leather armor and the leather shield, it doesn't really matter what you get. I go with the armor here just because, you know, that's less money. I have to wait until I can get the copper sword. And so whenever you buy a new piece of gear, make sure you sell the old one. If you're playing the NES version, it'll give you the option automatically. But I thank you guys for watching. This is Breach, and stay tuned.